Let's find the standout in the college world, but Harmon is way behind Yale in student numbers. It's not the admissions fault, but the limitations of campus facilities. The campus is too small, the image too weak, so Van Hewen announced a makeover like Yale and Princeton, and Harmon College finally got its glorious pathway, neatly landscaped green space. This road, named Van Hewen Avenue, symbolizes academic prestige and clearly divides knowledge from materialism. As the frat president, Ambrose was tasked with this big project, linking up with local property owners to ensure those rundown buildings could be leveled. He showed up at South Harmon and asked Bartleby if he had any clue who the property owner was. Bartleby made it clear that the tenant had zero intentions of handing over the lease and politely kicked him out. Ambrose went home and searched online, but found nothing. Monique discovered her boyfriend had cheated and left the party sadly. Back in her dorm, she found a vintage film camera on her bed, next to a red gift box, and Woody staring at it. She flipped the camera over and saw a line on the last page saying Bartleby. It took her quite a bit of effort to find him in South Harmon to thank him in person. Excited, she exclaimed, "This gift is amazing. Took me forever to find." Bartleby smiled. "We weren't hiding well." Bartleby showed her around campus while casually chatting and even ordered 2 volcano berry drinks, feeling like they were on vacation. He showcased their unique course offerings, with a chalkboard full of class names like an exciting menu. His sister mentioned that the pilot program encouraged students to design their own courses, leaving Monique totally astonished. On the ride back, Monique was shocked to learn that South Harmon had no tests and no papers at all. Bartleby proudly confirmed, never had any. As the mood relaxed, a ridiculous figure suddenly dashed into view. Schreiber in a hot dog costume shouted on the lawn, stunning Bartleby and Monique. Turns out he was rallying for the fraternity, but all Bartleby could do was shake his head and say, "You're just embarrassing yourself." Schreiber was beyond it. He declared it the happiest day of his life, ignoring the stares as he rocked the hot dog costume. It was the frat's biggest party. Ambrose found only a handful of people at the party, and one member informed him that everyone had flocked to a bigger bash, the underground rock show over there. In the lively atmosphere, Bartleby was hoisted onto the stage. As music started, he unleashed himself. Amidst cheers, he performed freely, the audience went wild, and Bartleby and Monique finally broke the awkwardness. Schreiber spotted the guys, notified Bartleby, while Monique calmly responded to Ambrose's kiss. She didn't need to explain who she was with, leaving Ambrose utterly baffled. Bartleby countered calmly, and the standoff escalated rapidly, with the verbal sparring nearly turning into a physical brawl. Eventually, Ambrose stormed off, mocking Monique's choice as he left with the fraternity guys in disarray. Bartleby calmly thanked them for showing up and quickly lifted the mood. Music and laughter helped erase the awkwardness. When the fraternity found out about Schreiber's connection with South Harmon, they pressured him to choose crazy people or join the frat. Bartleby realized Schreiber hadn't shown up in days and felt he needed to investigate to see what was going on. Bartleby burst through the door and found Schreiber looking a mess. It turned out he had been threatened for days. Under pressure, Schreiber revealed all the secrets of South Harmon, breaking down emotionally and losing his composure. Schreiber sought a normal college life but became a scam accomplice. Ambrose aimed to expose the truth at the worst moment. At the Parents' Day event, Bartleby saw a crowd of parents arriving when Van Hewen barged in and exposed the truth. He proclaimed that Harmon has no accreditation and shouldn't be regarded as a real college. He further stated that this school was a total scam, misleading students and degrading the efforts of real higher education. He emphasized that this point would be submitted to the State Education Accreditation Board, leaving Bartleby to watch as his world was torn apart. Facing doubts from parents and students, Bartleby struggled to explain but met a cold response, filled with anger and disappointment. They ordered him to pack up and go home, while someone nearby muttered how ridiculous it was, and Monique walked away. Bartleby realized he was at the brink of collapse. Friends' disappointment, parents' anger, unspoken emotions. The only thing he could do seemed to be apologize, but it felt like it was too late. After everyone left, the campus fell silent, and Bartleby noted that the hearing would take place on Friday morning. Bartleby decided to no longer remain silent and fight back against everyone, no longer fearing the doubts as he explained. He pointed at the brothers pursuing higher education and asked, "Isn't what you're doing the very definition?" While the term higher is itself vague, he firmly believed they deserved to be recognized as a legitimate college. Some gave up, others chased, but Bartleby believed that as long as they could apply to the state board and showcase their real courses and academic achievements, there was still hope. At this moment, Bartleby's speech inspired those around him. Some felt their souls were stirred, but he was actually delivering a gift that mattered. Though Schreiber initially appeared hesitant, he ultimately recognized South Harmon's worth, hoping to no longer be just an ordinary Schreiber. This news provided Bartleby with a new goal. If he could persuade the State Education Council, maybe they still had a shot at saving this place.